제가 드디어 꾸민 주민센터에서 뭔가 체류증 관련한 서류가 왔어요. 아이고. What's written? Madame Blanc Blanc, nous vous prions de bien vouloir vous présenter au service des étrangers dans les plus.
Nous vous prions de bien vouloir. It's an expression to say like we
want
kindly ask you to
come. With the passport, titre de séjour, carte orange, étranger office, nous a envoyé.
So what I'm saying is there is three class of car. There is
Careful.
S, medium, and large. The small level is the cheaper. And since it's a bit cheaper, I guess like.
But you can talk to me later. You can talk to me later.
I'm going to talk all the way. So since it's a bit cheaper than a lot of people.
Then I'm gonna give you a little massage.
Just a little,
Then I'm gonna give you a little massage.
up. And then.
주민센터 왔는데 밤이 엄청 많이 떨어져 있네. 먹고 싶다. 번호표 기계가 망가져서 카운터에서 말해서 지금 번호표를 뽑고 들어왔어요.
You're like a friends addict
Why?
because you have a lot of friends.
Can I see?
You just have. Enfin, je vous avais demandé par mail, alors c'est peut-être pas vous, hein, mais j'avais demandé par mail si vous aviez pu télécharger ou si vous aviez pu envoyer.
Et qu'est-ce qu'ils vous ont répondu?
On m'a dit que oui, tout avait bien été transmis. Mais là, normalement, il manque une espèce de portfolio de
C'était trop
storyline.
grand pour imprimer.
Et effectivement, ça devait être. Probably it was too big.
No, but it was for the cohabitation, it was not for
No,
this.
it was for the titre de séjour.
Peut-être qu'elle l'a envoyé, mais elle n'a pas imprimé.
Oui, il y a certains...
Vous êtes d'accord?
Franchement, c'est l'office.
Oui, je suis d'accord. Mais vous
ce
êtes
que je
d'accord
dis,
que-
alors, dans ce cas-là, faites un recours.
Ouais.
Tel
Ouais,
que
je vais-
décrit dans les articles 2 et 5.
Je vais m'en renseigner.
Donc, Madame a signé, elle doit faire autre chose?
Did you sign? It's okay.
It's okay? Ok. Comme ça, je fais une copie, je vous donne l'original.
And that's the thing is, when I told my mom said like, they can't really check again the file. It's just simple, that's simple. Because in this case, I was just unlucky. So they need to help me. Not, I need to struggle like during the process. It's funny that they kind of reject immigrant, but at the same time, they said like they can't really kick me out because I'm an immigrant.
Still, it's better than zero chance.
Yeah, but I didn't say I'm gonna give up, but it's just so annoying. I mean, if I lose this chance, then I'll just directly use some of my money to open a business. It's so useless to use my 1 year just for nothing. I mean, I'm here already for 6 months. If they reject again, it will take another 6 months. So for 1 year, I'm just waiting for the visa. Just fucking n'importe quoi.
Do you know why? In US, at the airport, I realized I had to leave America in 2 weeks. Even I paid every deposit for my new apartment. They said like, oh, just get out.
But anyway, even here, I mean, it's not. They're not gonna evict you. Like you're not gonna.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't really work. That's the thing. 저희는 결국
이 이민국에 이메일을 먼저 써보기로 했어요. 저희 생각에는 저희가 냈던 그 서류들이 완전히 그러니까 잘 전달된 것 같지가 않아요. 그거를 3월에 신청을 하고 8월에 여기서 새로 파트너 계약 같은 걸 했는데 그러면서 이게 저희가 신청한 그 체류권에 대한 상태가 조금 변경이 된 것 같아요. 뭔가 필수 서류 목록이 변경이 되었다든지 그래서 그것에 대한 상황을 설명을 해서 저희가 이러이러한 자료들을 제출했는데 그게 완벽히 확인되지 않은 것 같다. 다시 이렇게 서류들을 보내면서 물어보려고요. 근데도 이게 안 되면은 이제 항소 신청이라는 걸 할 수가 있는데 항소 신청을 하거나 아니면은 새로운 세류증을 다시 신청하는 방법이 있어요. 사실 새로운 세류증을 신청하면은 이게 문제가 되는 게 최소 제가 지금 이제 3월부터 해서 9월까지 6개월 정도를 기다렸잖아요. 근데 저는 그 정도의 기간을 이제 기다리기가 싫은 거죠. 저는 이제 일도 하고 싶고 여기서 안정된 이제 거주권으로 살고 싶은데 또다시 6개월을 기다려서 그거를 받는 게 너무나 큰 시간 낭비인 거죠, 이제 모든 이런 계획들이 다 깨지고. 그런데 이제 항소 과정은 이게 살짝 사람마다 케이스가 너무 다르기 때문에 이게 얼마나 걸릴지 몰라요. 이게 뭐 한 달 만에 끝날지 아니면 뭐 최대 뭐 6개월이 걸릴지. 근데 일단 이 항소 기간이나 뭐 새로운 체류증을 신청하는 그 웨이팅이 생기는 그 기간만큼은 제가 벨기에에서 거주하는 게 허용이 된대요.
그래서 일단 이쪽에 직접적으로 메일을 보내고 또 저희 동네 시장님한테도 연락을 한번 드리고 그리고 또 안 되면 항소 신청을 이제 변호사를 고용을 해서 진행을 해야 할 것 같아요.
Which we submitted to your office and which was subsequently forwarded to the immigration office. In the refusal decision we received, it's inappropriate, not necessary at this stage, given that all the requested documents were indeed submitted through your office.
거북목, 거북 숄더, 거북 숄더.
Refuse regional permit and immigration recently have been.
The reason was there is not enough evidence. Is it because like they needed 2 years but I put 6 years?
I like about
Invest.
there's an ETF about automation and robotics. I think I want
Oh
to
really?
invest in
I
this
want
one.
to. No, actually yesterday I really realized I have pretty good hands. Like the stocks that I bought like 3 months ago, it suddenly got like crazily up. So more money to this kind of stock.
I think especially this one is really related to.
Is there any like Ligetin computing?
Not sure.
Can I have a bit of it?
K-pop.
Ah! I didn't realize. I thought that it's K popcorn, but actually it's K popcorn.
K-pop corn. Let's go to the sofa.
No.
Sofa. How about watching?
No.
How about
No.
How about you can give me a small cake popcorn?
아잉 끄떡해요. 아잉 끄떡해요. 언니 깨워달라고 왔죠? 잉그 잉그 잉그.
I think my grandmère is so funny
Why?
because she saw on your Instagram that and she said like, but does it depend on France or Belgium? She told me because if it depends on France, I can contact the interior ministry so right away. I know some people in France.
Sure, if we knew anyone in Belgium.
No, but I already got an answer.
And then?
They sent a new decision.
So
I don't know.
New
Just
decision?
The person who signed our decision.
what does it mean?
A new decision of your titre de séjour. They just sent to UCL today.
Isn't it probably?
It's probably. I don't know. Wait, it's not sure. Don't be too excited.
Well, I don't think they will send me 2 refugee mail. If they do, seriously, Belgium, I don't like it.
It's really thanks to them because that email address
It was the direct line.
and it's the guy who signed the.
That I'm gonna buy them a dinner or something.
Oh, you.
I think suddenly when I realized that everything got sold, it really kind of made me relieved
But once again,
and kind of made me nervous at all.
Belgium, one day to solve. About Belgium, you know, like you can send an email and they actually answer.
Yes.
Like you actually get some.
And babe, can you imagine in Korea they even get a call?
Korea, you can even contact some Kakao. I mean.
Yeah. Yes. 왜? 언니가 저기 밥 줬잖아.
My beautiful ring. Kind of makes wearing other stuff seem wrong. My shirt.
요가 가려고 준비 중이에요. 업데이트를 좀 드리면 어제 제가 체리충이 거절됐잖아요. 그래도 희망을 잃지 말자, 뭐 이민 변호사를 구하든 항소를 해보자 막 하면서 했었는데 그걸 보고 친구가 언니 한번 여기로 연락해봐 하면서 메일 주소를 알려줬어요. 사실 유럽에서는 그런 담당자 메일 주소를 찾기가 진짜 어려워요. 일단 안 나와 있어요, 사이트에. 근데 그 친구가 자기도 이렇게 진행을 하다가 추가 서류를 제출할 게 있어가지고 그 메일 주소로 연락을 받았던 게 있다면서 저한테 막 다 찾아가지고 보내준 거예요. 사실 어제까지만 해도 기분이 막 그렇게 뭐 나쁘지도 않고 그냥 아 괜찮아 이렇게 마음을 먹고 있었는데 오늘 일어나자마자 당신의 그 결정에 대한 새로운 메일이 전달되었다. 어떻게 보면은 제대로 이제 체류권이 배달이 될 예정이다 라는 걸 알려주신 것 같아요. 그거를 보고서는 너무 기쁜 나머지 갑자기 눈물이 나는 거예요.
So what do you think that you don't have to lose me?
I was not gonna lose you anyway.
토비야 미안해. 언니만 가는 거야. 언니만 가는 거예요. 언니만 가는 거예요.
And then let's slowly start to build up our flow. So today's flow is going to be a bit dynamic, but we're going to have a longer cooldown at the end. Take a few rounds of breath in, down dog, to refocus, recenter. Good. Now become as light as you can until you slowly exhale, active Skandasana.
Okay. How about we shabu shabu kalguksu and kimchi? Like kimchi. I like kimchi. I like kimchi. I like kimchi. 건더기가 더 많은 국수.
Say it would be, what's the word? Well, this is my stop. Legendary, Ted Legendary. Barney, I'm going to the airport. Sasha, thank you.
I received 2 emails. One email from Lyon, where they tell you can pick up your titre de séjour and pay 225 euros to pick it up. I don't know. And
So, Laka pour son titre de séjour de type F with the passport and even recent photo.
how to get away with murder and how to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Nice, this is the guy.
Bonjour. On vient récupérer une carte de séjour, un titre de séjour.
Korean.
Merci de la culture, c'est très bien.
We had a lot of fans of the Korean culture here.
Really?
You know, we talked about the fan 1% who knew about
He said like il y a beaucoup de gens like that.
beaucoup de fans.
Ah, fun. Ah, he said.
apparemment ça a marché puisqu'ils ont
Ouais.
été complets pour moi. Mais enfin,
Ouais.
voilà.
C'est vous qui avez envoyé tout
Ouais,
ce qu'il fallait.
il était complet, donc je comprenais pas tout était d'accord. Ils ont aussi téléphoné, ils ont aussi été
Ouais.
cassés.
D'accord.
Donc
ok.
si le
Ouais,
dossier.
peut-être qu'il y a ça.
Mais moi, j'ai la preuve.
Sur le papier aussi qu'on avait reçu, il y avait écrit comme quoi on avait changé, enfin comme quoi on avait fait aussi entre temps une code order it, then you make it, and it takes about 1 or 2 weeks. It was the same for me also. When I got accepted, you had to order it.
What do I have now? Did you make smoke like
And from the moment you have the titre de séjour, you can work unlimited.
Oh my god.
So what happened?
Je vais avoir une carte de je travaille en Belgique et je peux vivre ici 5 ans.
5 ans. Wow.
I think we kind of like this one.
It's only 13.
Like a room spray.
Déjà fait. Vous voulez un autre?
Non, c'est
Je vais débarrasser si vous voulez, si vous avez.